Welcome to Lesson 2, Problem 2. Today we are going to solve for x by cross multiplying. A really important process that you can take in math when there's two fractions right next to each other like this with an equal sign in between. The key is that you have that equal sign in between, then you are allowed to cross multiply to make a brand new equation. So let's look at this first one. So when I cross multiply here, I'm going to put like a little butterfly here, and I like to put variables on the left, so I'm going to simply say 3 times x, or 3x, equals 6 times 8, or 48. Now it's a simple equation where I'm dividing both sides by 3, and my final answer is simply 48 divided by 3, x equals 16. Okay, let's go to the next one. In the next problem, we're going to once again cross multiply, but there's a little tricky part to this. That negative that's right in front of the x over 4, I'm going to take that and I'm just going to kind of think of it as belonging to the x in the numerator. So let's kind of look at it right here. And I'm going to say, all right, it's negative x times negative 7, which a negative x times a negative 7 gives me a positive 7x. And 4 times 4, right here, equals 16. So I wanted to make sure to use that negative that was off to the left of the fraction right there. I wanted to make sure that I use that either in the numerator or the denominator. So I didn't use it twice. So I just pretended that it was with the x. It doesn't matter. I could have also put it with the 4 down here in the denominator. Okay, let's keep going. So now we have 7x equals 16. Divide both sides by 7, and x is simply equal to 16 over 7. Done. Okay, let's look at this next one. I'm going to make a little more space here, maybe by making it a different color so you can see. Here's our butterfly again, and I'm going to write off to the side. So this time, 5x times 3, so we have 15x equals 5 times 9, or 45. Divide both sides by 15, and we simply get x equals 3, and we are done. Okay, let's go to the next one, and let's change to a different color, blue, for the bottom. This is a little bit trickier because when we cross multiply, we are going to have to distribute. So there's that butterfly again. I'm going to erase it so you can see exactly what I'm doing. I'm going to start with the 2 times the x minus 2. And then over here, I have 4 times 7. So the 28 is coming from there. I'm going to now use the property of distribution, which we've done so many times. So 2x minus 4 equals 28. Add 4 to both sides, and we get 2x equals 32. Divide both sides by 2, and we simply get x equals 16, and we are done. All right, let's look at this next one. And I'm going to take that negative 7 and distribute it to the 6x minus 2. So I'm going to write negative 7 times 6x minus 2 equals, and then over here I'm going to get negative 5 times x plus 12. Okay, I'm using a little bit of the space from letter F, but I'm going to put a little line there so we can see exactly what we have. All right, so we now have negative 42x plus 14 equals negative 5x minus 60. All right, I'm going to subtract 14 from both sides. I like the x's on the left, so I'm going to get rid of the number from the left-hand side. I now have negative 42x, because the negative 14 and 14 cancel, equals negative 5x minus 74. Now we're going to add 5x to both sides, and we get a nice negative 37x equals negative 74. And try not to use the calculator for this, but we're going to divide both sides by negative 37, leaving us with simply x equals a positive 2. Done. Okay, let's make some space for this last one here. I'm going to go back to red so you can see the difference, and I'm just going to zoom in a little bit. And what we have is 4 times x minus 9. I'm not going to draw the butterfly this time, thinking you're seeing how the numerator and denominator of each fraction gets multiplied together. So 4 times the quantity x minus 9 equals 6 times the quantity negative 2x plus 1. All right, so now we have 4x minus 36 equals negative 12x plus 6. No problem, we're going to add 36 to both sides. Okay, and we're going to have plenty of space because we have 4x equals negative 12x plus 42. Okay, now I'm going to move the x's to the right, to the left-hand side by adding 12x to the right and then to the left. Now we have 16x equals 42. This one will not come out really nicely, but we're going to divide both sides by 16, and we simply get x equals 42 sixteenths. And I'm just going to leave that as 21 over 8 by reducing the fraction. So x equals 21 over 8, and we're all done. Great job.